Okay, back again. Production stopped for something of an epic heat wave in the UK. We had a couple of days ago the highest temperatures ever recorded. Got to love that climate change. But back now. So, where have I got to? I mentioned the last little video that I did that I put together this 3-act structure and was getting weighed down by how complicated it was, and yet how little juice there was in the orange for each of these kind of act ideas. So I actually went back to the Mark Ronson Bruno Mars. Why can't they have simpler names? They're actually incredibly simple names. So I actually went back to the Mark Ronson Bruno Mars video to try and get some ideas about how that video does the 3-act structure. It's a masterclass. It's really well done. Like, the beginning of the video, which is quite a, act 1 in that video is really quite big. It's just them in the street from different angles. And then it starts to introduce a few, the band in, different locations. It's just a really kind of good progression. And that gave me some ideas about how I could break down what I want to do into 3 acts, but also how I could just be a bit simpler with it. I don't think I need to plan every single cut, every single, I plan scenes fine, but I was starting out by trying to storyboard like every cut. And there may be music videos where that's a good strategy, depends on the basic concept that you're working from, but I don't think I need it with this. So yeah, I've actually got to do that planning. I've got the initial ideas. I now need to flesh it out, but I also need to get ready to turn this into a film studio, into somewhere that I can film. And that starts with blackout blinds. I've got a lot of lovely natural light. All of this has got to be cut out. So how to go about that? Well, you might see this rather lovely building material in the background. So I was originally going to just basically kind of tape bin liners to the windows, but I want to be able to do this regularly. I want to be able to kind of just block out all the light. And I was talking to one of my neighbors about this. So he said what they did is they got 3mm plywood and they just cut out basically a blackout blind. So I'm going to give that a try. I'm going to try and get some plywood. I'm going to try and make some more permanent blinds that I can put in to block out the light. But in order to start doing that, because I've watched lots of Adam Savage videos on YouTube, I know that the gateway drug to being a maker is cardboard. And I had a flash where I thought, where am I going to buy some cardboard? And then realized, oh yeah, I get Amazon deliveries. I got tons of cardboard. I got more cardboard than I know what to do with. So I think that's going to be next. I'm going to stencil these out. Maybe these will do for now. They probably won't. But yeah, I'll see if I can make some blackout blinds with that. Then it's going to be a case of trying to actually get some kind of a green screen. And I mean, it's not a huge amount of space. I don't know. It might work. Who knows? Good morning. Have my spiced ginger tea. Come and have a look. What we are doing today is making some blackout blinds. I've got my kind of fun selection of tools there. So once again, the reason for this is that in order to be able to film a music video, I'm going to need to control the lighting. And one of the great things about living on a narrowboat, I've found, is you get a lot of daylight. You don't just get sun from big windows, you get reflections on the water. That's a disadvantage, again, when you're filming for, say, more than an hour and you need the lighting to be consistent. So I've got to make everything as dark as possible. Now, I've already got 2 of them done, this one and the one on the other side. Simply 5mm plywood with these kind of adhesive handles stuck on them. I had to cut out some little slats you can see there for that bit where the window sticks out. I think I'm going to get some dustbin liner and kind of put it around there again to block that light out. I've got a couple of other windows that have got different fittings, so that's going to be the challenge for this morning. I would film myself doing it. It's not that kind of maker channel because I'm not good enough to be able to do that kind of time effectively. So you'll just have to take my word for the fact that like I did it and didn't get someone else to do it.